G'day everyone, it's Engelo Rumora here. I am your favorite Australian and the real estate dingo bringing you another blog. And today I'm talking about this. The only time you should ever buy a property for more than what it's worth. Let's get it started. Okay guys, look, before you go off your chops and think that I'm absolutely crazy for saying that you should buy a property for more than what it's worth, please hear me out first, okay? Look, of course, guys, we know that we should be buying properties below market value or as cheap as possible and, putting whatever we need to put into them to get them to a sustainable long-term standard without things falling apart and breaking. And then there's equity in the deal and we can refinance and go and do another one. Look, I get it. I've been around long enough to know all of the strategies and see all of your stories and understand what a lot of folks out there are doing. But I also want to position this particular vlog for someone out there that might not have the expertise, the time, or the will to go out and do all of these things and buy a dirt cheap property, fix it up, refinance it, and rinse and repeat, do it over and over again. So for all of you folks out there that are looking at investing in turnkey real estate, I know, right? Turnkey has a huge stigma, and I agree with you. A lot of operators out there are known for selling properties for more than what they're worth in C-class crappy areas and then passing you on to a property management company that nickel and dimes you to death. Now, to be completely honest with you, I actually know of a few companies in the country that are doing the right thing and they're looking after their investors and they've got some of the best reputations in the business. And you know what? They probably sell properties for a little bit more than what they're worth. Now, why is that not such a bad thing, guys? Well, look, in my opinion, why it's not such a bad thing, because that entire service and package, or whatever you want to call it, comes with a complete hands-off experience, or it should come with a complete hands-off experience. So if you do not want to do absolutely any of the work, as in finding, buying, renovating, tenanting, managing, and dealing with ongoing maintenance issues, well, that was kind of covered in the managing. Anyway, then you might have to look at potentially purchasing through a turnkey company. And in many instances, I think that you're going to be very hard pressed to find any legitimate turnkey company that's going to sell your property for way under market value and continue offering all of those services from an acquisition standpoint to a property management standpoint to continuing to hold your hand throughout the lifetime of the investment. Guys, don't forget, price is what you pay and value is what you get. Sometimes there is no harm in paying a little bit extra to get more value, to get a better product, to get a better service. I didn't believe in this for a very, very, very long time. I was always looking for the deal. I always wanted to buy a property as cheap as possible. And one thing that's kind of, ticked me the wrong way is a lot of people out there and a lot of investors that I've come across, they don't care about the person or company that they're looking at working with. All they care about is getting the best that they possibly can, even if that affects the other individual or the other company, right? It's all about me. It's not about you. That's what a lot of people, what their mentalities are like. And it's not successful long-term, and you can't succeed having that mentality long-term, guys, in my opinion. I think in every business transaction and in every business dealing, it has to be a win-win for everyone involved, because if it's not, there's going to be a moment in time where someone's going to become disgruntled and that partnership or that relationship, it's going to end up in ruins and you're going to have to separate. So anyway, back on track here, guys. Look, buying a property for more than what it's worth, you should only do it if you get the complete package, if it's a 100% hands-off experience, and if you literally do not have to do anything except check your account every single month and make sure that the rent is there. Now, if you're going to go and sell that property next year and lose money on it, well, my question to you is, why would you even buy it in the first place? Real estate is about longevity and buying as many properties as you can and holding them long-term. So even if off the bat, as of today, you're buying a property and you're paying a little bit more than what market value is, over the next 3, 5, 7, or 10 plus years, as inflation grows, real estate prices tend to go up in value if you look at the long-term historical trend. I think if you're looking at buying and holding long-term, you should be okay. If you're looking at buying today and selling tomorrow, you will lose money, and don't do it, okay? So guys, that's my message to you. Contrary to the popular belief, I think that there is a customer out there that might want to buy a property for more than what it's worth, just a little bit, and it might make sense for you. But for 99% of all of us, we definitely want to be buying properties for as cheap as possible. But hey, what are your thoughts? Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? I'd love to hear from you. Please comment below. I'll do my best to respond as quickly as I can. And that's pretty much it for today. Thanks for listening. I'm Engelo Rumora. I'm your favorite Australian and the real estate dingo. I'll catch you in the next vlog. You guys have a great day.